Field, H.A. Chapman Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Thank you, guys. Checking in with the Florida Atlantic head coach. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Florida Atlantic's offense will have first crack at this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver.
Could be an alley. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wide receiver. That's caught. It's Messer. At the 45 on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Golden Hurricane offense gets its first crack in this game. And here comes Baylor Hayes. He was right on target in their victory last time out. Better than 70% completion rate and more than 350 yards. Running inside, it's Jones. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Incomplete. That one battered away at the line of scrimmage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The run inside. It's Bernard. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They give it to him again. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it and running it as well. The speed, the open field running ability, his ability to make people miss, such a unique weapon in college football, and this team's got a guy.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on this score in this next possession.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Maybe a crease. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Tulsa wasting no time.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. On the ground, it's Bernard. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now the play fake. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. That's reeled in. It's Henry. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the field.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Delayed handoff, it's Bernard. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Makes the catch. It's Cavalier. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Slides past the sticks. On 2nd and long, great awareness on the scramble.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass, it's Hayes. Fires to the middle. That pass is incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He got it. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give on the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Right back to the well. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Dangerous screen into traffic. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
There's a crease. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. From the red zone, it's Jones. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Has to throw this off his back foot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the 2nd half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Going deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Got it behind the line. It's Callaway. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Hayes. Makes the grab. Still caught, and he's got room. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Tulsa. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Powers through the defender. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Quarterback may change this route. The give to the back. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Looking for a gap. It's Bernard. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the catch. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch and stride inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. They just keep firing. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Rushes on him. The defense sort of herds this quarter. Out of bounds, short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here.
Wide 53! Wide 53!
From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Running inside, it's Jones. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 22 team, the Duke Blue Devils.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense, ready to get this drive underway. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Wants to throw. It's Hayes. Right on the money. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. The run inside. It's Jones. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like,
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Owls. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
and your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Wide receiver going in motion. Hand off to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Hayes. He's got an open man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Plows through the defense. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Jones. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it on second down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
That's why franchise quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. Now on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Hayes. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Makes the grab in their space. The 10. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
And that is a huge momentum-shifting play. This defense is always harping on getting turnovers, but David, they weren't satisfied with just getting the fumble recovery. They take it to the house, and because of it, they take the lead.
Man, huge momentum play for this defense, and now you got to get ready to go right back on the field. You took the lead, everybody feeling good. Go get some rest, because you need another stop, and you need to get the ball back to your offense so you can expand on the lead.
Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Jones. Finding some room. Picks up the first down. The 40. He's at the 30. Inside the... and he scores! Touchdown, Tulsa!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Looking for blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes the grab. It's Henry. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Owls right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Bernard. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And here comes the offense on second down. The run inside. It's Bernard. And he'll be brought down.
Man, really good play by this defense. Seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Wide, 29.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take... Football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Hand off to Jones. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Secures it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There's some room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Fires to the middle. What a grab with one hand. Oh, you want to talk about catch radius, the big soft hands, it's like throwing it into a giant pillow.
And it's so nice for the quarterback, Reese, to know he doesn't have to put that right on his face mask. He's got an athletic tight end with crazy eye-hand coordination that can make plays like that.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. dead center perfect. And here in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game, in the fourth quarter, when your team needed it, the game now tied because of his foot.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. He's got the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, and in this situation, trailing late, you know this is going to be the guy they throw the football to. He is one of the best receivers in all of college football. The defense needs to be anticipating the quarterback looking his way.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Bernard.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Plucks it out of the air. Breaks into the open. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down.
And that's a great throw by this young man. Listen, he's had an up-and-down day, actually probably a little bit more down than up, but this is the big moment. This is where his team needs him to come through. Great start. Let's see if he can put this together, trailing late in this football game.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Sends it back in motion. Wants to pass the clock, an enemy. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And those two... The connection, it's an incomplete pass.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Well, big moment for the...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Here's a heat. He slides past the 1st down marker and picks it up on 4th. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and now you got the one final play, right? Like, this is, you've dreamed about this. You've tried to put yourself in this situation. You're down a score. You've got to make something happen. What's your go-to play? Who's your go-to player in this big-time situation?
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.